This is the Slightlee Daily Podcast, episode 134. We got us a little bit of different setup. I've been gone for a couple months, but we're back. I don't even need to provide an explanation. I don't. But it's a little bit different, and like I feel more energized. It was almost like I went on summer break a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But this is Parker. Parker's been here for a while. He's gonna sit in.
Hello.
Yeah, Parker's been on here a couple times. He's my best friend. I don't know. I just feel good about this new like chapter with the podcast. It's like we were talking a lot off camera, and I know that you people who follow, the couple people who follow, like you see, I've just been boom, 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 pumping shit out for the last couple of years. I'll have whoever and whenever on, and I'm glad that I was able to do that. But now I'm trying to be more like focused and calculated. So yeah, Parker's going to be here helping me out, giving me ideas and shit. So the majority of this podcast is just going to kind of be workshopping ideas. But yeah, every Thursday we're going to be recording this podcast. I haven't decided like the editing, when it'll come out. Definitely once a week though. Like Saturday, I can't decide if it'll be like Friday nights or like Saturday nights the episode will be posted. But I know on our end, me and Parker's end, we're going to be recording Thursday afternoons from now on. At bare minimum, that's what you'll get, you know?
Yep.
So yeah, just a brief introduction on Parker. He's mostly Twitch streaming right now. The studio's not set up right now, but Twitch streaming. So follow him on Twitch. I'm on his Twitch too, playing the game, being at the bottom of the leaderboard all the time. But I'm playing the game though. You can't say I'm not playing the game. So yeah, the first like thing that I wanted to like touch on was just like kind of what I was saying about like taking a break creatively with your job, just living your normal life. Even if you're like super heavy into like working out, I feel like it's good to like break your routine every once in a while.
Yes, I agree.
Not to like fall off and like break your routine and get into like unhealthy habits, but like I got to this point where I was like, it became almost a burden on my mental health of like pushing these podcasts out. And it was like affecting like my relationship with my girlfriend, maybe even like my family. Like I don't know. It's hard to explain.
No,
like,
yeah, for sure. Because you get in a routine, you feel like you have to do this or you're letting down your fans or you're cheating yourself because you should be doing this.
Yeah.
But then, no, when you take a break, you, like for me with music production, right? When I took a break from making beats and I got to just listen to music as a listener, not like a producer, I'm like a much better producer now because I'm picking up on stuff that like a listener would pick up on, you know?
Yeah, man.
That makes sense.
No, it does for sure. Like, I don't know, because it's not that I didn't want to, because the last episode I put out was with Connor, and it was like this vibe. Like, we were just chatting it up. And, like, I like the interview portion, but of, like, the podcast, because, like, people always ask me, they find out I do a podcast, they're like, well, what do you do? And, like, the first thing I say is, like, well, I interview artists, but that's not what I want to be known for. Necessarily. It's cool and it's easy. The reason why it's so easy to have like artists on, because there's like a basis. There's like a foundation of like stuff you can talk about. You know?
Right.
If you're not like, if it's me and some person who does, and a person I don't know, and we're just having like a casual conversation, it's going to be a little difficult. I'm going to have to do a lot of the pulling, you know? Because like with me and you, or like Kobe, people that are my friends and people who know me, we can just riff and go. But if it's somebody like this summer, I had a MMA fighter, that was all we talked. We talked about his how he got started in it, his amateur fight he did, you know, and then we talked about UFC and like his favorite athletes and stuff. So that was like a cool, like, we had something to talk about, you know? But yeah, and the thing is like when we talked on the phone, had this idea, I was like, dude, I feel like sort of like guilty that I'm not like doing enough, you know, like, cause like I have dreams and aspirations, but like I felt like, dude, you're missing your shot if you don't, like, that's just my brain anyway. Like if you know me, like I just feel like I'm not doing enough ever. And at the same time I felt like that, I was still putting out video, like my card videos.
Yeah.
Like once a
right.
week. It's not like I wasn't doing stuff, you know, but like it was just like I was like, dude, you're not going hard enough. But it's like, dude, you can breathe.
Well, dude, I'll say this. I mean, I don't know anyone else in Murfreesboro that's going as hard as you. And that's a big reason why I wanted to do this with you, because, yeah, dude, no one else is doing this. Like, you're hard on yourself, but who else is putting out podcast clips like this every day, damn near?
Yeah.
And doing, like, no one else is doing this, bro.
Yeah, and that's what I had to take a step back, because, like, even Mylena was telling me that, too. She was like, you're fine. It's like, it's okay. She was like, you missed a week. Okay, it's fine, you know? But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say on the first. Like, if there's a couple random people out there who've been kind of wondering, like, okay, did this stop? Because that's another thing too. Like, you'll come to realize with people who are like, yo, you see that meme online, like, dude, we could start a podcast. Like, have you seen those memes? Yeah. And they just talk about, like, dude, have you ever noticed that, like, hash brown, like some dumb stuff? Yeah. And then people stitch it on TikTok, and they're like, not everyone should have a podcast.
Yeah. But see, yeah, you have the foundation now. So you've been doing this. So the foundation is there.
And I've come, like you were talking about, as a producer, stepping off and kind of like listening to music as like a consumer. I've been like watching podcasts as a consumer, and like you'll see like the big dogs, they're doing their thing. And they just keep going, you know, they might take a week off or whatever, but then you'll see people who are like indie podcast people who are just friends like we're talking about. They get 5 episodes in, and then they realize how much work it is, and then they stop. You know?
Yeah, it's not easy.
It's not easy, man. I mean, because the goal with this is to make it your job in some way, have your ads and sponsors, and that's how, I mean, it's not a greed thing, bro, but it's just it's the reality of running a business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your Twitch stream is a business.
Yeah.
You've got to look at it like that. You know, like, okay, if I'm providing X amount of viewers and X amount of exposure to my page, brands are going to want to be like, hey, let me put my Chipotle, let me get my Chipotle ad on there or something, you know? But yeah, that's kind of the first. I just wanted that first little bit to just kind of be that, just to kind of, I want this to be like an intro to this, because like I debated on this too. Like, should I just spin this off and call this like a different, like almost like not kill the Slightly Daily podcast, but like almost kind of rebrand, like, and call this show like something different, or should I just keep doing like the Rogan thing where it's like Rogan episode 1050? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How many episodes do you have now?
This is 134.
Yeah, see, that's good. Like, I feel you. Like, why would you want to start over?
In
you
a
have
way,
that
yeah.
many. Yeah.
But like, there's also like, I mean, ideas like more like if I wanted to do like a COD specific podcast with just you, I wouldn't call it Slightly Daily episode 136. You know, say me and you did one, you know, and it was like, okay, today we're talking about esports, not even just COD, but like, this is our esports podcast.
Yeah.
You know, or I have like a football podcast with person X.
Well, Joe Rogan does the MMA fight companion.
The fight companions, yeah.
So it could do something like that, maybe.
And I mean, this is just how my brain is. Like, you too, even. You'll come up with shit, and like, it's impossible to execute 50 things at once.
Yeah.
You know? I feel like we're all like that. But give me a couple thoughts on like what kind of made you, we already talked about this obviously, but like address this, like what kind of lit the fire under you to kind of want to like step in, and just be, cuz like tell me like your desired like role, whatever, with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, okay. So I'm an Amazon delivery driver, and I listen to podcasts all day long. Some days I'll throw on the music and listen to that, but majority of the time I'm listening to podcasts. Flagrant, Bad Friends, this past weekend, you know, and I see how they do things, and like I enjoy it. And then I'm like, wait, my best friend does a podcast too. I'm like, I listen to podcasts all the time. I know how they work. let me kind of like help him out. Because, dude, I noticed you were doing everything, bro. You're doing the pre-production, the recording, then the post-production.
Yeah.
Like, you're a one-man army out here. You're doing everything. And I'm like, I love podcasts. Like, let me get involved in this. And, you know, there were some other things that went down, but I have a lot more free time now. And so I'm off Thursdays, and I'm usually just chilling, playing the game or running errands. So I'm like, dude, let me do something worthwhile with my time here, you know? Let me do something that could potentially make me money in the future, which is not why I'm doing this. Like, I love Twitch streaming. I'll get like fucking 3 viewers, and like that's fine with me, you know, because I love the aspect of streaming itself. And so, yeah, same with podcasts. Like, I just want to do this just because it's what I want to do pretty much, you know?
For sure. I mean, dude, it's like I was saying, man, like it's not that I'm like gonna like penny nickel dime people like, okay, hey man, you're this random artist and I need $20, man. Like that's not like I'm not trying to do like the microtransactions, but like if you want, like we were saying, if you want this to be your job, there's a reality of this, bro, and you have to make money for this to be your job. Okay? And it's not that I'm like trying to like be like Mr.
Like,
Krabs.
oh, you're a sellout.
Yeah.
No.
But like, yeah, man, I'm not trying to be Mr. Krabs. You know, Mr. Krabs is so stingy and shit, but it's like there's a reality of this, and it's like if you want to make this like, okay, we wake up in the morning, we record podcasts and we edit videos, you have to make money. Yeah. I mean, it's not even
real life.
It's just how it is, man. But at the end of the day, you Twitch stream because it's fun.
Yeah.
I'm putting out these videos for the last couple of years because like it's what my spirit told me to do.
Yeah.
You know? And like there's definitely been some rewarding moments from that for sure. You know, but like have I reached like the pinnacle of podcasting? Absolutely not. I will say this. As far as like around here, there's no one else, like you were saying, I mean, this is just like what it is, but like there's nobody really like executing like the talk show podcast space around here.
No.
The interview type vibes. You know what I'm saying? So
not that I know of.
That's what I think it's like. I have like the resources for it and like the knowledge now to where I feel like I can just keep pushing it, you know, just keep pounding on it. Mm-hmm. The knowledge and the resources is like the biggest thing for me, at least, just to like having the access to this it's not a lot of space, but having the access to the space and like having the ability to like purchase the equipment over time and give people, because like when I know it sounded like I was talking shit about like interviewing artists, but like it's not my favorite thing necessarily unless I'm like really into them.
Right.
And it is very pure.
Which is understandable because you've done it enough times, you know?
Mm-hmm. And it is pure. Like, that's the thing, too, is like, I know what it's like to be an artist, too. And I've said this 1,000 times on the show, but like, I know what it's like to be an artist and put some shit out and no one cares. And that's like why I did it, was to give people platforms, give people a little bit of shine, you know? But like, you got to look at the ROI, the return on investment on some stuff. Your time, whenever you're starting a business and you don't have any money, your time is what's most valuable. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like you were talking about, all right, Thursdays, man, I'm going to spend my Thursday time. I'm going to pop in here for a couple hours, go take care of my errands, and then play the game. Mm-hmm. You know? But, yeah, that's enough of that, man. What,
Can you get Ellie over?
Ellie, go sit down.
Oh, watch out, Ellie.
Go sit down, man. Dude, that's why you be bugging. Go sit down.
I love you, but
not right now. She's like, hold on. She's like, hold on. I gotta say something.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. That guy was stressed,
bro. So stressed.
Hold on. Let me tell you something. Okay, so this is like I said, this is gonna be kind of like an intro. We're gonna workshop some ideas with this, and then if some stuff that works. Maybe there's some stuff, the ideas that we have that won't. And maybe tomorrow when we wake up, be like, hey, bro, I think we should do this. But, like, we're going to try, like, a new vibe and a new style. Since we have two brains, because I don't. When I'm recording these episodes, I'm looking at the camera, making sure that red light is on. I'm making sure this is on, and I'm also trying to make sure that a shy person is talking too.
Yeah.
So
It's so much.
So now it's cool to kind of have two brains working on the same thing. So now basically, Parker's gonna we're both gonna come up with topics, but like Parker's gonna help me with like coming up with topics and stuff, and we're gonna like almost like react to stuff. So you want to pull up like the first thing you want to pull up, and we're gonna like pull up the videos and stuff on it. So we're gonna like react to some like, how would you describe it? Like pop culture,
basically. Yeah, pop culture,
know?
like stuff that so we're doing this every Thursday, so stuff that happens from tomorrow till next Thursday,
right?
I'm gonna write it down, and then we'll have all this stuff that is important to us and that we can talk about on Thursdays.
Yeah.
You know, kind of the past week, what happened.
Yeah.
Theo has this past weekend, this past week.
This past week.
Yeah. But
which I mean, in a way, you know, what's funny is like when a significant thing happens, you'll notice, and I know you said you watch podcasts, but you'll notice that if something big like that Will Smith stuff, every podcast they had to say something, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone, because they knew that was going to generate clicks.
Yeah, that's what people want to hear about.
Yeah.
That's what's popping. So
like Schultz had to do his thing.
Oh my God.
That was like,
He went in.
I know that like,
He went in.
I'm all for comedy, man. Don't get me wrong, but that was crazy.
Yeah. Okay,
All
so
right, first thing
we have here, my boy Andrew Tate.
Okay.
All right, a lot of people know him. A lot of people fucking hate him. I like the guy. I mean, he has said some
unsavory,
obscene things about women that I don't agree with. Let me just go on record saying that I don't like some of the stuff he says about women. But when it comes to business and men and teaching like young men how to be, I think he had some good ideas. So Andrew Tate got canceled. He got banned from Instagram and Facebook.
YouTube,
and then yesterday, YouTube too?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw TikTok and I guess YouTube as well.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll pull up the clip. He gave one last message, one final message to the world. We just
people thought he was going to kill himself. That's what it looked like.
Because it needs to be concise and compendious, but I also want it to be very, very comprehensive. And I guess the best place to start is at the beginning.
We don't got to watch the full thing. But... Oh, it's only 13 seconds.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay, that's just the intro.
And compendious.
Oh, okay.
But I also want it to be very, very comprehensive. And I guess the best place to start is at the beginning.
Yeah, it was like an hour-long video too.
Yeah, see, I just saw a couple clips of it, but I mean, I don't know. What do you think about it?
I don't know. I actually had this conversation yesterday about censorship. So, like, I went to school for journalism, and we learned a lot about the First Amendment. Okay, that's like, I mean, that's the whole basis of journalism is the first freedom of speech.
Yeah.
So the reason why this is so tricky is because I'm going to get back on course, but like the reason why the censorship kicking people off social media is so tricky is because Twitter and Instagram, they're private companies.
Right.
Okay. So, and that's where the debate comes in. The gray area is like, well, isn't this like
their freedom of speech?
Right.
To censor him.
So, and then it gets into like, okay, the media outlets, what makes it okay for them to run certain stories and not run certain stories? Like, where's like the undefined truth? Because that's like the basis of getting back on the First Amendment. The basis of the First Amendment, and the reason why we have the First Amendment, is to hold people accountable, to hold the government accountable. Think about the Revolutionary War. We were trying to get free from England and the Queen, and so. And they didn't like that we were spreading all this like speech about like taxation and stuff, and they didn't want us to say that. So no, we were like whenever we wanted to make our own country, we created the First Amendment to where we're like, look, no matter how corrupt this government gets, we'll at least have the First Amendment to where the people have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then it gets into what infringes upon like the First Amendment, and pretty much. If you're inciting violence, That's a big one. If you're giving away, if you're committing treason, giving away like the government secrets, that infringes on the First Amendment. Okay, that's like a pretty much like basis of what is not okay. Okay, if you scream fire in a music theater, that you can go to jail for that. That's a you're inciting violence. You're inciting a riot.
So then I guess it comes down to what is violence.
So that's exactly. It's subjective in a way.
Yeah.
Because there's certain
because that's what people are saying he's doing.
Exactly.
Inciting violence, but it's like I don't know, man. I don't know if he is or not. I like the guy, so I'm biased. But
with Trump getting banned, they said the reason why he got that the final straw was the January 6th stuff. They said that he was posting messages inciting violence. And I mean, I'm sorry, but nothing was proved that he did that. That's the thing. So, which is why they tried to impeach him twice, and he didn't get kicked out of office for those things. So, but Twitter has the authority. He violated terms of service, and they got rid of him. So, it makes you think, why is it okay? This is objective too. And like, you can think what you want about guys like Andrew Tate or Donald Trump even. But why is it okay for like the KKK to be on Twitter and have a Twitter account?
I didn't even know that they do.
I mean, yeah, dude. Why is it okay for like the Saudi Arabian government, who doesn't let women drive, have a Facebook page? But like,
it's a good point.
So if we're talking about things that are oppressive, maybe Andrew Tate was oppressive to women, or he portrayed that. Okay, we need to go ahead and get rid of Russia's pages, but they're there.
Well, see, not to go all what's his name, Alex Jones on you, but I mean, I feel like there really is an agenda that the globalists, the people higher up, are trying to push, and for whatever reason, this. If something's coming in between them and that, they're going to stop it immediately. Yeah. And it's like, I don't know what that agenda is, but whatever Tate was saying, they don't want men to be men nowadays is what I'm trying to get at. I feel like they are trying to feminize men. And like, if you're a feminine dude, that's cool, dude. I got friends that are feminine guys. That's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. But they're making it seem like if you don't want to be that and you want to be like a manly man, then like that's wrong somehow.
Well, like, I mean, dude, and I can even see that side in a way, because all right, let's look at like the 50s, the nuclear family. Like, are you familiar with that term? Mom, dad, kids, and mom, dad, kids. That's the nuclear family. That's not traditional anymore. People are getting divorced. People don't have kids. Like, there's so many different like types of people now. So, types of families and situations too. So like, in the 50s and like the 60s and stuff, there was a lot of sexism that went on. The women were getting beat by their husbands. That definitely happened and went on. And I think that's what people are scared, is that we don't want to go back to.
Yeah, I feel that.
But also I'm not trying to like make like an absolute statement, but like I kind of have to, because it's like they almost make you pick a side too, especially with Andrew Tate.
That's true. Yeah.
So, and you can't just be, it's either fuck him or I love him. And like, I don't even necessarily think, dude, if you completely agree with 100% what anybody says, like every statement anybody,
a psychopath.
You're a psycho, dude.
Yeah.
You
shouldn't do that. No one's perfect. No one's Jesus out here.
Right. So like, I think that it's wrong to just absolutely say fuck the guy.
Yeah.
But also, like, I mean, it's a little weird if you think he's like your idol. That's the whole point of what he's saying too. He's just like, be your own man, be your own person, get off. Because like, he definitely talks shit about women, but he definitely talks shit about a lot of how dudes are.
Facts.
Hey, you fucking get off the game. Stop jerking off all the time.
Yeah.
Like, some dudes need to hear that. Get in the gym.
Yeah.
And I mean, and I think that it was wrong from a like I said, I went to school for journalism, and you're supposed to show the phrase that was like imprinted in our minds was seek truth and minimize harm. As a journalist, as when you break a news story, that's what you're supposed to do. Tell the truth and minimize harm. They're only showing how he's portrayed in the media. They only showed like one side of him. You know what I'm saying? They tried to call him racist at one point. They don't realize that he's fucking mixed.
Yeah.
He's black. And he was like, have you seen my dad?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So,
they take a lot of stuff he says out of context.
And that too.
And that's the thing too. Like my ex, our TikTok feeds were completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would only see clips of him talking about men and business and like be like, hey, get up off the couch, go to the gym, that type of shit. And then she would only get clips of the bad things he said about women and like all the bad things he was saying. And I was comparing them like, wow, it's just all about like what you're seeing, you know, all about what the algorithm is showing you. That's how you're going to interpret it. And so we had two completely different ideas of the guy. And it's like, we don't know his whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's weird. Society's really weird nowadays, man.
Yeah. I think we just see too much at one time. I had a conversation. Marlena's cousin's boyfriend works. He works in like neurology, pretty much. And I'm not gonna get too far into that because I don't know a lot about it. I'm gonna have him on here one time too. I think it would be awesome if we all. But he's a really good guy. But long story short, the point that I'm trying to make is like to pivot a little bit. But he was talking about in like the 50s. Every day it's like there's like this term in your mind where your mind goes from I am looking at the TV, I'm looking at Parker. That's called like I don't know what it's called, but it's where your mind switches, where you perceive something. I'm picking up the glass. He said in the 50s we only had like 10,000 of those a day. So I'm grabbing the steering wheel. I'm putting on my shoes. Now we get like 10,000 of those an hour.
Yeah, it's constantly.
Your mind is constantly. I'm petting the dog. I'm on TikTok. Think about TikTok. Oh, this guy's eating a banana. This guy's playing Call of Duty. This guy's opening sports cards. This guy just got into a car wreck.
It's so bad, but they figured it out, man, because it's so addicting. It's so just dopamine hit, dopamine hit. I mean, dude, I could be on TikTok for like an hour and not even know it.
I was just having the conversation with Marlena the other day because she didn't know that you could stream games on there now. Mm-hmm. TikTok is the only platform that I've ever seen that has been a threat to YouTube. Yeah. Ever. Dude, I'm telling you, man.
YouTube's trying to keep up with them.
With
the shorts now.
They're almost
like, oh, shit. Hold up. We got to do something.
Because, like, dude, there's been other platforms that, like Vimeo, you know, there's other platforms that have tried to do what YouTube did, but YouTube was like, come on.
Yeah.
Google just bought us. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, and then there's Twitter, you know, trying to implement the videos and stuff, but Twitter's its own. They found their lane, you know. Twitter did.
Yeah, for sure.
And like Twitter has videos, but you don't go on Twitter to watch videos per se. No. You might.
Twitter
but like,
is text.
It is mostly like 90% of it. Yeah, 75% of it. But yeah, go back to that, like the mind switching thing, like perceiving. It's like multiplied times 1,000 now. Mm-hmm. So we can't even focus on, and once you get sucked into the algorithm, like I was saying, it's side one or side two, and your algorithm's going to pick for you and brainwash you into thinking you're side one or side two. Yeah. Even if there's like something that we all should agree on, like I don't even know, but like they're going to make us think that there's a justifiable reason for one to you know what I'm saying, on each side, like to say murder. Okay, let's just go with murder. Murder is objectively bad. Mm-hmm. Okay, like cold-blooded murder. I'm not talking about self-defense. I'm not none of that. Cold-blooded murder. They will still find a way to like justify it. Mm-hmm. Someone will. And
it's like you said, it's all about what they show you, like brainwashing you. Because who's to say if every clip of Andrew Tate I saw wasn't the same thing my ex was seeing? Yeah. I would probably hate the guy too. Yeah. If every clip I saw was like, oh, fuck women. Yeah. You should hit women.
Your property.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, your property. Let's have our body counts on their foreheads. Yeah. Like, no.
That's bad.
I would probably hate the guy if that's all I saw. Yeah. But the algorithm showed me the other side. It's like, it's so weird, man.
It's just strange, man. I feel like people can't think for themselves.
Yeah.
Even the Tate dick riders.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, dude, okay, yeah, man, but like, he's cool. He's a sharp, handsome man, and he's got all this money. But bro, think for yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
he's a good-looking dude. He's got like the women and cars, but like, bro, he is not Jesus, like we said.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he might bring up some points that should inspire you, but like, yeah, man. That's all I got with that. I don't even want, because like, I know we were talking about before, like, we need to like be definitive, but like, he's like on like what?
Yeah,
but like,
that's something you don't really need to be definitive on.
He's a weird one, because like, I will stand on this. He shouldn't have been censored, but like, I can't say that like I'm just like, yeah, I get what he's saying. Like, everything he said, like, I won't say that like I get what he was saying about women or property. That's not all right.
No.
And maybe
it's terrible.
That's bad.
Yeah.
You know? But like, he's not like this monster, I don't think. He brought up, like, dude, men need to be...
He might have used to be, but I believe people can change, and there's like an evolution of people, character development type deal.
Yeah, but I mean, it's such a weird one, dude, and he came out of nowhere. And you know what crazy thing about him? All the stuff you see on TikTok of him, he never had a TikTok account. Really? People just...
Damn.
Bro, people literally would just... He has a YouTube channel where him and his brother sit in a room like this, pretty much, and they do like a podcast, and people would just take clips from that and upload it.
That's crazy.
Like, it's... and, dude, because, like, I didn't know who he was until this year.
Yeah.
And he took over social media.
Well, he grew up, or he got popular from Bad Brother, I think. Maybe in like another
that TV
country.
show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so on that TV show, he was talking about, like, I think he got in like a physical altercation with a girl. Mm-hmm. And that's like where people are getting like this hate for him.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he shouldn't have fucking done that.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think people can change. I think people can grow. But anyway, yeah, we don't have to talk about him anymore.
That's all I got. No to censorship unless you're like, dude, because just real quick. There's this documentary on Netflix called Don't Fuck With Cats. Me and Connor did a podcast on it like a year and a half ago. So this dude, this is like 2009 YouTube. Okay, you remember YouTube back then was a spooky place.
Yeah.
Okay. He was posting videos of him like killing animals and stuff. Right. Red flag. And then like killing cats and stuff, like just doing terrible stuff. But he eventually, and it went viral on YouTube, and everyone was trying to find this guy. Okay. Long story short, he ended up murdering someone on camera, posting a video, decapitating the guy. Okay. Censor that guy. Okay?
That's
bad.
Yeah.
But we're talking 10, 12 years from now ago. But, like, violence, okay, let's not have the gore videos on Twitter like I see.
That's true violence.
Okay, that's bad.
Yeah.
But speech, unless you're, and that's what I'm saying, dude, speech is a gray area. What is hate speech?
It's a very gray area.
But the KKK can have a Twitter.
Right.
And the KKK can be a thing. Because unless they don't incite violence, they can be a thing. Even though that their whole thing is white people are the only race that should exist. Yeah. That was an example we had to write papers on and shit. It's like, well, unless they're not hurting anybody, they can say whatever they want.
All right, well.
So here we are, man. Let's go. Let's do the next one, man.
Yeah, that's super weird. All right, let's see. We got Kanye West selling clothes in trash bags.
Play the clip.
I know.
I'm gonna attach the clip. We didn't have a Tate clip, but this is
I know this is your boy here.
It is my boy. He's my idol. I want to see. Not really, but he's my idol. Sure.
Some people have felt that putting clothes in bags is insensitive, perhaps, to homeless and other people.
Look, man, I'm an innovator, and I'm not here to sit up and apologize about my ideas. That's exactly what the media tries to do. Make us apologize for any idea that doesn't fall under exactly the way they want us to think.
Do you understand?
Interesting.
So, I mean, first of all, it's bullshit that people are offended by this.
Yeah, how
Okay.
is that insensitive to homeless people?
We're just inventing ways. Look, and I know that, like, this is what a lot of people are going to, some people would say if they saw this, like, oh, like, we've turned into, like, this macho man conservative podcast and we hate, like, whatever. Like, I see both sides, man. I really do. But, like, dude, a lot of people are inventing a lot of ways to get offended about stuff. That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, dude. I think what it comes down to, it started out as a good thing. Like, there were things in society that were insensitive to certain groups of people and stuff. And, like, maybe 5 years ago or so, it started out good. But I think nowadays it's become like a power move. Like, people use that word because they want to have power over someone. They want to, like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Yeah.
So, and there's a lot of things that are offensive. I get
There is. That's the thing. And there's people that use it in that way, and it fucks over the people that are really using it. You know?
takes away from the like the power, the meaning,
the true meaning
of
it.
offensive.
Yeah,
Dude,
people that are really getting, like,
there's real people that are actually transphobic.
yes,
There's
exactly.
There's homophobic. There's racist people, dude. And, like, to say that putting clothes in a trash bag is offensive to homeless people, I'm not like, I don't get, like, the correlation at all.
I don't either.
I don't
either. It's I don't know. I just feel like it's, like I said, a power move. People just use it now to feel good about themselves, or so other people will comply to them, and then they feel like they have some power. I don't know.
I mean,
weird.
dude, and then the reason why I've always liked Kanye, I mean, his music, he's like my favorite artist, is that, but, like, dude, he doesn't, like, he doesn't fall into, like, what people think he should say as a man, as a black person, as a rapper. He's
That
like,
is true.
You know,
You have to give him that, if nothing else.
because he was like, what? He was like, this is like, you guys are trying to tell me what I should say, and he's like, I'm my own person.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is so stupid we're even having this conversation.
Yeah.
Like, putting clothes in trash, I don't even understand like, who even said that? Where did that even come from?
Yeah. Why is it a news story?
Like
why?
Yeah. And, like, Kanye, for him, like, he can do whatever he wants at this point. And it's like, dude, like I said, man, there's punk bands and shit out here who use, like, the swastika still in 2022. Like, okay, let's have a conversation about how that's offensive, not clothes in a trash bag.
Yeah.
And, like, the reason he did it is because it gets people to talk about it.
And by the way, this is Fox News, so we're not a conservative podcast now. We're shitting on Fox News, the fact that they're even
Fox is
saying
not
this shit.
Right. And I mean, maybe even
I'm not fucking conservative or liberal, bro. Like, no one should be nowadays.
Yeah,
that was cool back in the day, but everyone should be a centrist. Have your own views.
I really just think people, I really think people should just think for themselves. And if you think for yourself and you go through the mental gymnastics and you still come to the same conclusion, cool, that's your life, dude.
Yeah.
I just hate how
You shouldn't be one team, and whatever this team says, I'm agreeing, no matter what. That's so stupid.
I just hate how you're like, they've, like, banished us. It's almost like segregation. And I'll say this, man, segregation shouldn't even make us automatically think about, like, race, because segregation as a word, look up the definition of segregation. Okay? It doesn't mean you shouldn't automatically think about Martin Luther King Jr. The action of setting something or someone apart.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean setting people, you know.
It doesn't have anything to do with race.
It doesn't.
I mean, in the definition.
In the definition of the word. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's... And that's the thing. I don't want people to think that I'm trying to compare racial segregation to what I'm talking about right now, because it's a different term. It's different. You know? So, I just think people need to think for themselves, man.
I agree.
And like I said, if you still come to the conclusion, if you still go through that mental process, and you still think, yeah, Kanye is a racist or insensitive to homeless people, cool, man, live your life.
I think it's insane to just be on one side. That's such an old way of thinking. Like that's our grandparents' time.
Yeah,
you know,
it
like,
is.
we need to move on past that.
100%. And like, it's sad that like you almost can't even. Like, all right, the reason why I said segregation is because I feel like people feel like they can't like even hang around people who disagree with them. You only have to hang out with your in your like you know what I'm trying to, in your
little circle, your friend group. Yeah.
20 years ago, dude. 20 years ago, bro. I really want you to think about this. 2002, you know, post 9/11, early 2000s is what I'm trying to get at, dude. If you ever ask someone their political beliefs or ask them who they voted for, they would be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I forgot about that.
They would be
that
like,
was a thing.
They'd be like, "Dude, that's like, why are you asking me that?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now, like, you almost have to like have it written on your forehead.
Yeah.
When it's actually none of your fucking business, because we're all Americans.
Dude, that's
you know?
a good point, bro. Yeah.
So I'm just saying, dude, because like I'm a history guy, you know, from like all the presidents we've ever had, it might be like, yeah, I didn't vote for Clinton, but I still hope he does good, you know, because like he's
our president.
He is us.
Yeah.
Because and I can even say this about people who didn't vote for Biden. Why do you want to see him fail, bro?
Yeah.
If he fails, we lose.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt us. You know, you might not like the guy, but I'm still hoping he wins. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, dude.
Like,
I don't know. That man's a fucking zombie.
yeah.
But I still hope he wins. Like
I
you
still
said,
hope he
he's
figures
still our
it out.
guy. So
Yeah.
please,
Dude, you know what's
figure it
funny?
out.
Whenever Pelosi pulled up to Taiwan, we dropped all that shit, and we were like, "Oh God!" Like if they do like we can only like bully each other.
Yeah.
But like to the world, it's like, all right, anyway, so you ain't gonna fuck with like Pelosi like that.
Yeah. That's true.
All right, what do we got now?
All right.
Orlando
next,
Brown?
Orlando Brown, man.
God, man.
This guy, I don't know what's going on with him. Some people are saying he's very woke, like way too woke, and then some people are saying he's literally just fucking possessed and a fucking maniac. So let's see.
Unmute it.
Hold on, not the Kevin Gates one. Let me do this one. Let me see what this one is.
By yourself, that's who you are. You are who you are when you're by yourself. Who you are when you're by
Oh God,
yourself
the
is
music.
who you are in life. Farrakhan said that.
Nah, dude, hold on. There's one where he's talking crazy, bro.
Ah, man.
Let me do this one right here.
What he's doing, bro, people is not gonna understand that until like they actually look at the next plane that he buys. He has advisors, things that are going on, and you know, words they need to say for different countries that tap in. It's that Disney. People don't understand.
Oh, sorry. No, I remember the clip now. We can cut this, but
No, you're good.
I remember the clip I want to show you now. It was Did you see this?
Boy, yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. Dude, hold on.
Go down there. It should be bottom left.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Soulja Boy, another person who stays in the headlines a lot. You know, you made a diss against him a while back.
I mean, Soulja Boy is Whitney Houston. I ain't got a problem with that name.
No problem with him. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta.
With Soulja Boy or with Whitney Houston?
Soulja Boy.
No, I'm not a problem with Whitney Houston.
Okay. What made you make the diss song?
About Whitney Houston or Soulja Boy?
Soulja Boy.
I ain't make no diss song with Whitney Houston.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I seen it on the internet, but okay. Maybe it was labeled wrong or.
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe Whitney shouldn't have been in Soulja Boy's body because I'm trying to figure out what you talking about.
Did you see the news recently about Soulja Boy being pepper sprayed by Charleston White?
Yo, man. Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. I think people pick on people because they have dentures and shit. Like,
Okay.
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 All right.
People pick on people because they have dentures and shit. What?
It's like I can't tell. Again, I mean, I think this is what everyone's thinking. That top comment is crazy. Go back. Orlando Brown exposes the industry, but he does it in riddles and whatnot. Very smart dude. Man, like, I think what everybody's thinking, man, is like, I don't know if he's like just out of his mind or if he's like trying to say something.
That's what I'm saying. I
Like,
don't know.
Is he on meth or is he on to something?
That's what I'm saying, dude. I don't know because he's acting like a crackhead.
Yes.
The way he moves and shit, I'm getting crackhead vibes. But he could. I mean, he's Orlando Brown. He's been through like Nickelodeon. He's been through the cycle since a young kid. So like, does he just know way too much?
I think, dude, I don't know, man. Is
Soulja Boy Whitney Houston?
That's all I gotta say. That's really. I don't even have anything else to say. But I will say this. We'll make this point like about child actors and stuff, man. Like, they know. All right. First of all, and I know you've probably even heard this before, like just in general. But like, dude, nobody's supposed to be famous. Period. Psychologically, like at all, ever. You're not supposed to be that popular. You're not supposed to be exposed to that many people. Mm-hmm. Okay? Imagine that as a child where you know nothing more. Michael Jackson, bro, since he could even formulate like thoughts and like his own thoughts, the whole world knew who he was when he was in Jackson 5. Can you imagine what that would like do to you psychologically? Yeah. You know?
You'd probably have like a God complex.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't know anything else, so you wouldn't know like it was wrong.
So I don't even know what else to say about this fucking. I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But either. I think that all right. So the reason why it kind of relates, in my opinion, is like him being like a child star in a way, him being a teenager and having a whole bunch of money and being famous and never having to work a regular job ever again. I think maybe that's what affected him, dude, mentally. Because, I mean, dude, look at Amanda Bynes, the Jeanette McCurdy, the Sam from iCarly, just came out with whole shit about abuse from her mom and just like
from Dan Schneider.
Yeah, like the producer and stuff. And then, I mean, dude, think about it. How many child actors turned out okay? Like, not a lot, man.
Not a lot.
Macaulay Culkin,
yeah.
Which he didn't like. He just fell back, but like he got into like drugs and shit. Yeah. You know, Amanda Bynes is crazy as fuck now.
Yeah. Demi Lovato's kind of crazy.
Demi Lovato, bro. Miley Cyrus had her thing.
Yeah.
The only one that I can think of,
Britney
Spears, bro.
Yeah.
The only one that I can think that's not that. I mean, like, speaking of iCarly, like Miranda Cosgrove was okay. Drew Barrymore she was in E.T., so she's been famous since she was like 7. But the thing with her, she's okay now. She's got like a talk show. She's pretty squeaky clean now. But the thing with her is she was doing drugs and like drinking alcohol at like 10 years old.
Damn, really?
Yeah, because like that was who she was around. And like think about how many kids get like that. Get exposed to like adult shit.
I mean, dude, that's Hollywood. So yeah, they're probably getting exposed to like the sexual and like evil side of the world
smoking
at a very
cigarettes
young age.
At 8, like
very young. Like we thought we were young getting exposed to that. Nah, they
got nothing else to do after, so they film a movie for 4 months out of the year. They got nothing else to do the other 8, and they have $5 million.
Yeah, and the older kids probably want to hang out with them. Yeah, they're movie stars.
Dude, like,
so, man,
nobody is supposed to be famous. Period. Psychologically, you're not supposed to have that. We go back to dopamine hits.
Yeah.
Imagine every time you went to Kroger, somebody's trying to like, yo, dude, I fucking love you, dude. Like, nobody's supposed to feel that.
Yeah, we all think we want that, but maybe we don't.
No. Justin Bieber too, bro. he came out with a documentary on YouTube a couple years ago. Like, he's talking about how when you remember his crazy teenage years when he got arrested and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he was like, I don't know how I didn't die. He's talking about how he was drinking lean. He was doing Molly like every night. He was smoking weed all the time. And like he said he had to have his bodyguards like in the middle of the night like check and see if he was breathing.
Damn.
Because like
I didn't know
he had all this money and access, and he's Justin Bieber. You know, he can just do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And he's still, and then like now he's like had like a rebranding. He's like grown up now. You know, like dude, you remember how big Bieber was?
Oh yeah.
Like
our
bigger,
childhood, like every girl, that was the guy.
Bieber, man.
That was the guy for every girl.
And it goes to even pivot to this too, like young rappers, like Lil Peep, OD'ing, Juice WRLD, OD'ing. They didn't make it out, man. They didn't make it to the other side.
It's a very high risk, high reward lifestyle.
Especially like if you really want to be famous.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people who like Kendrick can just be mega famous. But like fall back, bro. He doesn't want to, like, he's a celebrity by all means, you know, but like he doesn't have to. I mean, he's just, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of like your favorite actors, you never see them on Instagram or anything like that. You know, like Brad Pitt isn't on Instagram.
Yeah, true.
You know,
or TikTok or TikTok. Nothing. Yeah.
You know, like Leonardo DiCaprio is not doing podcasts.
Yeah.
Like, because he's already like he's another one of those child actors too. But like, and maybe he did go through some shit. But like, yeah, man, it's a lot of people who get it, who are famous young, bro. They don't make it out. They die or go crazy.
Yeah.
It's wild, man. It's a dangerous sport.
It is
to play.
It is.
All right, man. Let's do one more.
Yeah.
Let's do one more.
Let's knock one more out. You want to do Tony La Russa or Ozuna?
Let's do a sports one. You pick. Let's do Tony La Russa.
Okay, so I don't know if you saw this, but Tony La Russa is basically falling asleep in the dugout. Doesn't realize that he needs to put in a pinch runner because the guy they have on first is really slow. And a fan yells, like, you need to do this. And he's like, oh, yeah, and gets up and fucking does it. So here's the video.
Hold on. What the fuck is happening?
Time out. Oh, he's gonna push on. He's getting in this pitch. And he called it. And he's doing it.
Dude.
He's doing it.
Yeah, Tony La Russa, man, he had his run, but
yeah, GOAT.
Tony fell asleep.
GOAT manager.
Yeah, Hall of Fame manager.
Hall of Fame with the Yankees, dude. Like, he's probably one of the first managers.
The Cardinals, too?
Yankees and Cardinals, yeah. But, like, the Yankees with A-Rod and yeah. Dude, that's fucking terrible to begin with, because people before the season even started were like, dude, he's almost 80. Like, he needs to retire anyway. And I don't know where the White Sox are right now, but, like, they might still be fighting for a playoffs. Like, they're okay. They're all right, too.
They were pretty good last year.
Yeah.
I don't know how good they are this year, but, yeah, I mean.
That's the thing about baseball. It's so hard to keep up with. But, like,
yeah.
Dude, that – I think what really stands out to me with that is, like, it shows you, like – dude, once you reach a certain age, man.
That's what I was going to say.
You got to –
there's a cognitive decline.
Yeah.
For sure.
And that goes with, like, dude, we need to put term limits on Nancy Pelosi. We need to put term limits on politicians. We need to
why is everybody 70 plus?
Dude, making decisions for 25-year-olds.
Yeah, bro. Can we get a guy like 40s? Like 50s even.
AOC, I don't necessarily agree with a lot, like, everything she does, but, like, it's cool having a younger person in there. Like,
I'll agree with that.
Sure.
Yes.
Like, it's like, yeah, let's get some representation in there. Like, Mitch McConnell is, bro, senile. If he fell, he would break his hip.
Yeah. Bro, like, I don't know how Biden didn't break something falling off that bike.
Oh, dude.
Bro.
Can you imagine how bruised up he was? Yeah. Like, for real. And, like, we need to. This is something that I've always said is like, bro, we need to have. All right, you got to be a certain age to drive. You got to take a test. 16 years old. Why do they not cap it off at 75 or something like that?
Or you need to take another test.
Or take another
after
test.
That. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, bro.
I swear, the worst drivers, and it's not even 16-year-old girls. The worst drivers are old people, bro.
Yeah.
It's bad. Like,
dude, yeah, there's definitely, I mean, you can't deny that there's a cognitive decline when you reach a certain age. Like, that's just people. Like, you're not as sharp as you once were. And you shouldn't be a manager. You shouldn't be president when you're fucking 80, bro. It just doesn't make sense. Like, what are we doing?
Dude, one time I was in the car with Mylena, and this dude, like, long story short, I was driving, and this dude, like, pulled out of the parking lot, like, mad close to me, almost hit me, and, like, pulled in front. I had to slam on the brakes. And I was like, I was like, what the fuck? And then, like, he stopped the truck, and, like, pulled over to the side and was like, what's up then? I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like,
it was an old guy?
Old ass man. Because I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And, like, I rolled down the window. I was like, dude, what? I was like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, you almost fucking hit me, you idiot. He was like, come on then. I was like, dude, I was like, bro. And I just fucking drove off. Like, you want me to fight you because you made a mistake driving and you almost hit me?
Yeah, they're always so, like, irritable, too.
Like,
just fucking mad at the world.
Like, dude, I'm serious, bro. Like, I'm not this big, tough macho guy, but, like, I kicked the guy in the knee. I do a John Jones oblique kick, and he's going down.
He's out.
Like, he's out. Yeah. And, like, it's not even, like, I'm not even that guy, but, like, I'm just saying, like, dude, come on. I'm a little bit faster than you, Bubba.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just be a little realistic.
But, all right, man. Dude, this was really cool.
Yeah,
I feel good.
I had
about
a good
this.
time. Yeah,
we're almost at an hour. I don't want it to be too. This is something we were talking about too. I don't want it to be hour and a half, 2 hours. We're lucky to even hold attention for this long, you know. And if
I agree. If you're still here, shout out to you.
So yeah, man, we're just want you guys, the few people out there who really like rock with it, like Kobe, my brother, you know, the couple people out there who really like look forward to this shit. I didn't give up, and this is you gotta hold us accountable. We're going to be doing this. We're going to bare minimum do this once a week. And then if I get interviews, cool. If I don't, cool. But, like, I want this to be at least a weekly thing where we sit down, chat about some topics. You know, maybe we could get Connor in here and just really riff, you know. But, like, yeah, man, this is I appreciate you, man. This is going to turn out nice. And I just want to, like, just keep it pushing, man.
Me
got
too,
any
man.
final words?
No, like you said, man, I want to do this every Thursday because we're not, I know you are too, we're not doing it for the views, right? Like, we love doing this. So we're going to do it whether this gets 30 views or 300,000. Like, we're going to keep doing this because it's what we want to do. So thank y'all for rocking with us. And thanks for the support.
Real quick, what do you have, like a stream schedule on Twitch?
Or
like you kind of just pop it whenever, or like have you? So like now we kind of plan like the Thursday. Like, have you realized that like Monday, Wednesday, Friday is like your stream days?
It's pretty much when I get off work. So when I get off work to the time I go to bed, pretty much every week, and then on my off days like Thursdays and Sundays, I'll just stream like whenever. I'll go live at fucking 3 p.m. You know, but if you want some consistency, I would say check me out from like 7 o'clock p.m. till like 11 or midnight every night.
Yeah.
So
cool. Well, yeah, man. 134.
Yeah.
Something new, something different. I feel good, man. And yeah, check into Parker's stream too. And yeah, we're gonna get more involved because we got Kobe streaming now, we got Connor streaming now. We're all gonna be doing stuff with each other on like each other's platforms and stuff. We got a lot of cool stuff coming.
Yep.
But yeah, man.